Buenas a todos y bienvenidos una vez más a la Vampyre Story. Muchas gracias por seguir esta serie y lamento los errores que pueda tener porque al grabarla siempre me aseguro de que se oiga bien y demás, pero se ve que al editar el vídeo me pone que no. Y comentaros también, el capítulo 7 lo he tenido que resubir porque no se había grabado todo y no me di cuenta, lo subí y estaba a la mitad. Y en el capítulo 8 se me olvidó editar una escena, así que lo he hecho con anotaciones. Espero que se entienda bien, que se sepa quién habla. Y nada, solo después de comentar eso, hablemos con este chico y sigamos. Bueno, chico.
Hello, sir. May I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, but only for a few minutes. I am Constable Otto Van Pelt, and I'm in middle of serious investigation. Some very strange things have been happening around here lately.
Vale.
Can you tell me about those weird events happening lately?
Yes. I got reports from cottages nearby of two men who have been skulking around shoreline and along the road. Then we heard reports from all over of horrible screams that echo throughout the valley. So, I was assigned to investigate, and about 100 yards down the shore I found, well, what appeared to be Baron Shroudy von Heever's clothing. And it smelled awful. Noxious vapors were emanating from the clothes. It was quite a sight. And last night I discovered the coffin sitting on the shore with two oars in it. It is mighty strange. You'll have to pardon me, ma'am. I best be getting back to my investigation. I haven't much time before Luke Crane gets wind of it and muscles the case out from under me. He's always trying to be in the spotlight.
Lo siento por ti, pero no.
What are you doing with that boat?
Looking for clues. By the dirt residue I found in the coffin, it looks as though someone kept putting dirt in it, and then someone else kept dumping it out. Also, by impressions left behind, it looks like someone, a woman, judging by the shape of the imprint, slept here every night and had a bat for a companion.
Hay un murciélago al lado, ¿tú quién crees que?
How do you know that?
By the smell, bats have a distinctive odor that is hard to wash out.
Tell me about it.
Yes, bats are popular pets in Draxylvania for some reason, though I personally think they're bad luck.
Why's that?
Because anyone who adopts one seems to come down with spontaneous anemia right away. Plus, bats are not
Claro,
loyal
brotes
pets.
anemia.
As soon as their owners die of this anemia, they fly away and find another family. But in Draxylvania, you get used to these things.
What else can you deduce from looking at the coffin?
Well, the woman who slept here wore black and purple, judging from the fibers I found, and had black hair. And the coffin owner's name was written on a tag on the inside of the lid, a Mona de Lafitte. Sounds like a French name. I think popular in the south of France, near Calais. Where are you from, may I ask?
Calais? That's not in the south.
Shh, idiot.
Oh, right.
Where?
Belgium.
Where?
Belgium.
Quebec.
Well, which is it, Quebec or Belgium?
Belgium, Quebec. A small colony of Belgians, just east of Montreal.
And I didn't get your name.
Lona Fade the Feet.
Donna lay my feet.
No, I mean come again.
Fona May.
Whitney, Whitney, Dark Lake. My name is Whitney Darklake of the, Belgium, Quebec Dark Lakes. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. Well, if you see any tall French women about with a bat as pet, let me know so I can ask her a few questions, okay?
He's gotta be putting us on. Shh.
Yes, Constable. I certainly will.
Este hombre le falta un hervor y parte del otro, madre mía.
Can you tell me about the nearest towns?
Well, there is Vlad's Landing down the road behind you, and beyond that, near the border, is the quaint village of Gothford Falls. Up the river are the towns of Ravenhaven, Howling Oaks, Battsburg, and the new retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Mucha información.
Tell me about Vlad's Landing.
Yes, it's a hilly town located just down the road there, and serves as a hub of commerce for Lake Varg. The Draxylvania Tourist Board, a powerful entity in these parts, almost got Burgermeister to change the town name.
To what?
Super Happy Funville. The board thought it might increase tourism. I like the runner-up name myself.
Let me guess. Autotopia?
No, but I like that. No, the runner-up name was Don't Swim in the Water the Lake Monster Will Get You, Vil. In the end, all parties agreed to leave as is. It was for the best.
Vale, uno que ya está.
Tell me about Garfoot Falls.
It's just the cutest little town built on a bridge overlooking the falls. Quite spectacular. But the local baron appointed the most corrupt skirt chaser as burgermeister, Wilhelm Vinten. Ugh. They say he has charisma and can make deals better than anyone.
Recordad que el hombre este, el virgen, era el de enamorado de la fantasma aquella, Shannon.
I sure hope the recall campaign succeeds.
If he is a good leader, why do you hate him so much? Oh my! I think I asked the wrong thing. Are you okay?
No, he's fine. It was a long time ago. High school. And I had
Stop him.
That's okay.
this crush
Instituto en
on
esa época.
any time at all. She had beautiful braids and long blonde hair. She smelled so good.
Oh Lord. So we have to go now and
And then he came along with his sweet-talking ways and mesmerizing stares.
Do something.
oh my! I feel faint. Yeah, that's it. I'm passing out. I'm going to be sick.
Not far from the truth.
Really? Do you need a doctor?
No. Suddenly I feel a lot better.
Y ya está, que no me contes tu vida.
Tell me about the retirement community of Scarlet Meadows.
Oh, that is a strange place. It used to be the castle of Maud the Impaler, but then the ghoulish society took it over, renovated it, and opened it up as a retirement community for Draxylvania nobility, huh? They have golf course, geyser-heated pools, and everything. Thing is, they only like to golf at night, and the retirees really don't look that old. But I hear the place is very, very nice, and the healthcare is great. No one gets sick.
Madre mía, yo quiero ir ahí. Sí,
Can you tell me about the graveyard down the road?
The Draxylvania graveyard and picnic grounds? Another bright idea by the tourist board. They thought by throwing in some tables, swings and grills, tourists would flock there by the
Sí,
droves to eat corn on the cob
turístico.
while sitting on top of great
Sí, sí.
grandmother.
And they didn't?
Yo me apunto,
Actually,
vamos.
they did, but only at night for some reason. Moonlight picnics are all the rage this year.
Qué mal rollo, quita, quita.
Have you seen two men rowing out on the lake?
I think I saw some men in a boat not too long ago fighting with the lake monster. I thought I saw them throw vials of water at it that caused the monster to sink. Then they rowed up to the Baron's castle. Must be guests. When the Baroness was alive, they had guests all the time. Never saw any of them leave, though. Oh well.
Who do you suppose those two men were?
Well, a woodsman who reported seeing them said they were acting funny, like they were up to something. And they had lots of strange sorts of equipment, each with a symbol of an eye in the middle of a pentagram. I think they might have been meteorologists or
Sí, sí,
lawyers.
sí, seguro, abogados. Yo voto
I'm
por
out
los
of questions
abogados.
for now.
Okay, back to my investigation.
Venga. Yo sé que aquí ahora le tenías que morder. Le tenía que morder Mona. El ratón donde está aquí. Pues eso, le tenía que morder, pero no me acuerdo cómo salía la opción. Bueno, voy a mirar esto.
It's a sign.
No shinola, Sherlock. What does it say for our listening audience?
I don't like to read.
Read. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Vaga.
It says to the Draxylvania picnic grounds and graveyard south 2 miles, 1 mile north to Vlad's Landing, 5 miles north to the Lake Vogue Dam and Waterworks, and 7 miles north to Dread Rock Gorge and Garford Falls. Speed kills, no dumping and no parking from here to the Dead Tree from noon till 6 p.m. Violators will be booted at owner's expense, the VPD.
Vale. Podría ser.
I don't want those. They look all eaten up anyway.
Even the bear claw. Dang.
¿Había alguna forma
It's a box of donuts and a strange metal bottle with
de morderle?
what smells like coffee.
Yep, everything a horizontally growing constable needs.
Tengo que averiguar cómo era. Hablar, no, no.
Interesting.
Es que te aparecía aquí Mona con los colmillos y no me acuerdo cómo se hacía. Igual hablando con
I
con
went
la
back to get it, but we were too late.
pitonisa.
Constable Otto was there.
I
Sí,
guess
ahora me
it's
dará la
time that you
idea.
had this. Vampires for Dummkopf. It has everything a budding vampire like you needs. Read it and learn it all. It tells everything you need to know about your new vampire powers, as well as your many vampire restrictions. It has rules, flowcharts, pie recipes, and good advice for vampires of all types.
Thank you, Madame Sturgoy.
Back to being a vampire. With some time in practice, you'll slowly gain new vampire powers, especially now that Shroudy is no longer your master. You don't have to read it cover to cover, but you may want to use it from time to time if you two encounter difficulties during your journey. As a member of the undead, you are required to return to your grave every night
My
and...
grave. But seriously, I know, off on a side, I'm really not dead.
No, Mona. It says right here,
Qué
when bitten and
cabezota
drained
es.
by a vampire, then fed some of the vampire's own blood, the victim becomes technically and legally dead in most countries, except Nevada, where death can be annulled within 24 hours.
Grave dirt. Fine, I'll get right on it.
It is not your grave per se, but you have to sleep in a coffin filled with dirt from your grave every day. That is how it works. You did bring that grave dirt with you when you escaped the castle, right?
Not exactly. I, sort of dumped it out.
I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to the castle and retrieve it.
Back to the castle?
Castle?
Shush now! Something's coming in! Oh, great spirit of the ball, show me Sector 12!
Qué bonito.
Madame Sturgoy, who are they?
Vampire hunters, Monsieur Calvin and Belcou, his apprentice. Oh, why on earth did sign send them instead of Abraham? Ugh, God only knows. Oh, well, they are vampire hunters from a religious brotherhood. You can thank them for staking Baron Shroudy von Kiefer to death back by the lake. They want to stake you, too. They will not likely rest until your undead heart stops beating in your undead chest, after which time you will be 100% dead. Look, if you do not find more grave dirt before sunrise, you will not be able to return to your coffin, and I already explained how important that is. Try the Draxylvania Cemetery and Picnic Grounds for a start. It's just down the road past the lakeshore. You can't miss it.
What you're saying is that if we're ever going to make it to Paris, before we can leave, we must get Mona's coffin, then replenish our supply of Mona's grave dirt, and we're done?
Once you have the grave dirt and your coffin, you will need a wagon to carry it all and a horse to pull it. I think you can borrow the wagon from the cemetery caretaker, and I just so happen to have a line on a horse for sale in the local town of Lad's Landing, just up the road from here. I grabbed this flyer while I was there. I don't have any extra money, so you'll have to work something out with the owners.
Steal, borrow wagon from the caretaker, work something out with the owner of the horse, get coffin and grave dirt, check.
Luckily for you, I know some Turkish smugglers in Puerto Varda. They owe me a few favors from back in the old days. I got them to agree to take you on their ship, the Demeanor, a large tramp freighter bound for
Y la
France.
otra ya se cansa
They are
y en plan,
scheduled to
déjame en
leave the
paz.
docks just before dawn. They will not wait for you, so you must find everything you need as quickly as possible.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Well, come to think of it, you should really get an insane daytime guardian before you travel long distances, just to be safe.
What?
Not another thing to get. This is too much. And why exactly does he have to be insane?
Yeah, at best it sounds a little unwise to travel with nutcases, especially over long distances.
Come on, think about it, you two. All vampires must find a mortal living human to guard over them during the day, in case the righteous brothers or their brethren discover your coffin and decide to stake you in your pajamas. An insane guardian simply works the best. For one thing, they are more easily controlled.
La otra vez
Two,
aburre.
they get less grossed out by the sight of blood and corpses. And three, I forget three. Just trust me. They are essential to have for any sun-fearing vampire. But forget it. Never mind, we are short on time. You can worry about the insane daytime guardians when you get to Paris.
Let's go already. We have a long night and a lot to do.
Thank you so much for your help.
My pleasure, child. I will do whatever I can to help you along your perilous journey.
Una divina ayudando a una vampira es un poco raro, cuando suelen ir en contra, por norma general. Bueno. Ah, era con el libro este, vale, vale. A ver.
Was that your voice I heard in my head?
Yes,
Pero de
I
antes.
have the ability to
Del
send
otro día
messages
tuve que
to
hacerlo,
those
pero
who
nada.
are, shall we say, sensitive to the supernatural.
How did you know my name?
I have been watching you two ever since Mona came to Droxylvania and was imprisoned by Shroudy in the castle. What goes on in Castle Varg interests me very much. But I don't want to bore you with all that right now.
Watching us all the time, huh? Maybe you should change your name to the nosiest nosy person to ever stick a nose where it doesn't belong.
Muy
You
largo.
better be nice to me, Froderick. I know all about you and your troubles. I'm sure the Belfry boys would like to know that you have finally left the safety of the castle.
Oh, what I meant to say was, you should be called the most forgiving forgiver who ever forgave things that should definitely be forgiven. That work for you?
Forgiven for now.
No la hinches, corre.
Why have you summoned me here?
I know your plight, and I know how best to prepare you for your journey home.
Hang on a second, Toots.
What is there to know? I am a gypsy fortune teller who looks after wayward vampires. Plus, anything I can do to annoy Baron
Vaya, parece que
Shroudy
tiene muchos
just
enemigos.
brightens my
Debe ser
day.
más idiota de lo que parece.
Nothing to worry about. She's just a good Samaritan, that is all.
I don't know. I think the knower of all things knows some things she doesn't want us to know.
Relax, Froderick. I feel bad for Mona. It isn't her fault what happened to her. I just want to help the poor girl out.
Sí, hay que ayudarme. Bueno,
Oh, good.
Mona, she means your, transformation into a, V-A-M-P-I-R-E.
V-A-M. Oh, vampire! I am most definitely not a vampire. Fodrick is so silly.
lo dicho.
Really? You're not a vampire? How do you
Cabezota.
explain the sleeping by day, in a coffin no less, the drinking of blood and turning into a bat, eh? Explain that, smarty pants.
I don't drink blood. Yuck. It's just...
Yeah, I heard. Salty tasting Merlot. Listen, honey, I have news for you. Shroudy killed you, drained you of blood, fed you some of his blood, then brought you back to Castle Varg as a vampire. You better learn to accept that pretty quick.
Pues sí.
There, no need to cry. I'm here to help you get back to Paris. As a vampire, you can live an extraordinary life, or unlife as it were. It will be wonderful, and just as fulfilling as a regular life. Don't let it get you down. Child, just do what I say and you'll be fine.
Me das miedo.
Truly? Thank you for your kindness. I will listen. I'm all pointed ears. Tell me what I have to do. What is up with the...
I tried playing country music for a while, but it just didn't seem to work. The sun burns my skin, my best friend's a bat. The mirror shows me nothing, I smell like a rat. Oh, I'm just a vampire girl. When the moon comes up, I wake with the start. I'm feeling so sad, like I got a stake in my heart. Oh, I'm just a vampire girl.
Now that
Dios
is
mío,
scary.
la abuela
Do you
rapera.
want to hear the verse where her
la
carriage
gitana
breaks
rapera.
down and her dog runs away?
No! No, thank you.
Fine, suit yourself. I'm easy.
You seem to
Queda
know
uno.
so.
I'm afraid that is a very long story.
Well, lady,
pues
we
algún
have
día me la
nothing better
contarás.
to do. So shoot.
The story begins many years ago.
On second thought, lady, I have bad circulation problems and can't sit for long stretches of time.
I was born in Romania in 1829. My mother was a famous gypsy fortune teller, renowned throughout the land for her mystical arts and crafts.
Crafts?
Yes, my mother used to make these cute little papier-mâché cat figures, only it was cats doing human things. You know, cats driving a wagon, cats plowing the field, cats being burned at the stake.
Always good for a laugh.
Yes, well, never mind the crafts. It's the mystical arts that concern your story. As I grew older, my mother began to instruct me in the ways of magic, but her knowledge was limited, and as I grew older, my hunger for power increased. Soon I sought out others beyond my mother to teach me what they could. In time, I grew far more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Did you know that
Ah,
with great
miedo,
power
está-
comes great responsibility?
And usually some colorful types.
Waldrick, stifle. Please continue.
Soon I realized that I had reached the limit of what mere mortals could teach me. My skills could only be increased by looking beyond this world. I began to research the world of supernatural beings, demons, werewolves, mummies, and of course, vampires.
How did you find this information?
Let's just say I happened to find a lot of like-minded people and we exchanged information.
Vamos,
My
que
power
les
and
mató y se lo
knowledge
robó.
grew quite a bit while I was associating with these people.
Gee, you don't say.
I do say. But I got more than I bargained for. My desire for power made me do things I didn't realize I was capable of doing.
Oh my! If you don't mind me asking, what sort of things?
I am ashamed to admit it, but I acquired this arcane knowledge in less than honest ways.
I get it. The 5-finger discount.
You know, it would only take me 2 fingers to place a curse on you that would last 5 generations.
Yeah? Well, it would only take 1 finger for me to tell you what I think of you and your curses.
Oh,
Y ya
Waldrick,
está.
stop it! She's being honest with us. Don't antagonize her. Please go on, Madame Strigoi.
Thank you, sweetheart. There isn't much more to say. I have led a life of foul deeds and shame, and now in my waning years, I have made it my sole purpose in life to undo any evil I have done, correct my wanton mistakes, and in general try and set wrongs to right. Tonight, I will correct the wrong that has been done to you by getting you on the path home to Paris.
Hala, adiós. Bueno, ya se nos ha explicado un poquito más de la historia. Parecía muy simple al principio, pero lo es más. Ahora debo examinar el libro de vampiros para bobos.
Stop! Am I really a vampire? Be sure before you bite. Section 1, Chapter 1. Domicile Defenses. Section 1, Chapter 2. Back in black and never go back.
Bueno.
Section 1, Chapter 3. Biting and Sucking 101.
Creo que es la tercera parte la que me dejaba ver. Pero
Frodrick,
bueno.
would you mind reading this for me? My crow's feet are sore.
Sore
Like
my
it.
ear. All right, fine. In a nutshell, it says you can't enter homes without being invited in first.
Lo típico,
You also
vamos.
can't enter if they have holy symbols, garlic, red or white roses, or hawthorn branches on the entrance.
Sí, vamos, lo típico que dicen aquí.
Frodrick, do you mind reading this for me?
It says, in a nutshell, that you can bite people on the neck and drain their blood till they pass out. But you should do it when no one will see you.
Bien, eso era lo que yo decía.
Have you been in Draxylvania for more than 1 day?
Regrettably, yes.
Have you been in Draxylvania?
Vale, ya está. Eso era lo que yo quería mirar. Y ahora para hacer algo divertido. Y ahora es zasca. Vaya con Mona. Hala, coge el ataúd y escóndelo.
Yes, well, now that the constable is, resting quietly, I'll take my coffin back to Madame Strigoi camp. It's a very hot pot of, I assume, stew of some kind?
Like my mama always said, as long as you add enough spices, you can't taste the horse meat.
Vale, eso huele mal.
Too hot! Okay, it wouldn't hurt me, but really, what am I gonna...
Vale. No lo entiendo. Si le he dado al inventario... Ah, bueno, tengo una octavilla ahí que me lo llevé antes, el libro de los... ¿Cómo era? O el... no sé qué, de los sudarios. El libro de los sudarios, sí. Pues yo creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí. Ya lamento este capítulo, pero bueno, nos ha servido para... Espera.
I don't like to touch other people.
Vale. Nos ha servido para conocer más la historia y yo creo que los siguientes capítulos van a ser un poco más entretenidos y podremos ver más cosas. Así que aquí lo dejamos, como he dicho. Un saludo y hasta el siguiente vídeo.